Welcome to the Land Doctor's latest listing, Honey Creek Falls. So many of our clients have the same basic wish to purchase a property where friends and family would want to gather and reconnect with one another. Oklahoma has lots of pretty countryside, but what people really want is something special that will become a sacred family spot where generations of the family will want to visit for years to come. If you ask people to describe what a special place might look like, the vast majority of them would include waterfalls and a creek flowing with crystal clear water. Just the sound, smell, and feel of the air around waterfalls is soothing to people. It's hard to perfectly describe the feeling that waterfalls convey, but magical might be the closest that we can come up with. If that's what you've been looking for, then we'd like to welcome you to Honey Creek Falls. Honey Creek Falls is located just 8 miles southeast of Grand Lake at Grove, Oklahoma, making it a short 1-hour drive from Joplin, Missouri and Bentonville, Arkansas, or a 90-minute drive from Tulsa, Oklahoma. In most cases, beautiful water like Honey Creek is contained within large tracts of land that contain hundreds of acres or more. Prices on these size of tracts pushes the cost beyond what most buyers can afford. However, in the case of Honey Creek Falls, you can buy a fantastic stretch of a beautiful creek at an affordable size. Starting upstream where the creek passes onto the property, you have a beautiful waterfall that stretches the full width of the creek. As the crystal clear water flows over the waterfall, it falls into the first and deepest pool on the property. Currently, there's a large hardwood tree resting in this pool, and it's fascinating to stand above on the high bank and watch the fish swim around in what amounts to a giant natural aquarium. Just past the pool, the creek is intercepted by a large limestone shelf complete with fully intact crinoid fossils visible in the rock. These marine fossils date all the way back to the Mesozoic period, 300 million years before the dinosaurs appeared. Although they look like a fern, they were in fact an animal that flourished in the ancient seas that once covered Oklahoma. Interestingly, this limestone shelf has 2 levels, one of which is a flat bench that runs about 2 to 3 feet beneath the water before dropping off into the deep swimming hole. This would be the ideal place to lounge in the cool, shallow water on hot summer days. The top of the bench has been used by the family in the past as a place to build campfires while spending the night listening to the waterfall and stargazing. Just downstream of the shelf, there's another deep hole full of fish. In this area, the creek flow swings to the north and becomes more shallow, running from ankle deep to knee deep. Large gravel beds that line each side of the creek in this area make it an ideal spot to hunt for arrowheads and fossils. It's also here that a large gangway extends from the high bank down to the creek, giving you easy access to the water. You'll also find that as the water flows along and off the property, there are a mixture of shallow and deep runs with some watercress growing along them. The land itself extends on both sides of the creek, ensuring that your view and enjoyment will not be disturbed by someone building across the way. In addition, a decent double-wide mobile home is already on the property and may serve as your first hangout until you're able to design and build your ultimate creekside cabin. The nicely maintained yard has an assortment of shade trees as well as an apple and a cherry tree. Redbuds, dogwoods, sycamores, oak and walnut trees also grace the creekside. Additionally, outdoor lights are strung through the trees to create the ideal atmosphere for the family to enjoy summer nights along this stunning waterway. If you've been looking for one of those magical properties where everyone will want to go spend time and that will become your family legacy for generations into the future, then please call Sean Childress at area code 580-320-5791. Check out this listing and all our other beautiful listings at landdoctors.com or drop Sean a line at sean@landdoctors.com. Thanks for stopping by.